Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning into Carol's Daily Sauce. Please go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you're reminded of all the videos that I upload. So you guys, this video today is about My Jazzy Life and how she had went through, I guess, or is going through a bout of depression. If you are honest with your own self, we all have went through bouts of depression. Specifically those of us who have been single mothers, and those of us who just have had maybe a really hard life or whatever. We all, because we're human, we all can go through and suffer with depression. The video was only 12 or 13 minutes long, but the video really broke my heart because I've been there. I have been there raising children by myself. I have been there in a suicidal place. I have been there. There was one time in my life where I had to go and see a psychotherapist. There was one time in my life where I was on more than one depression pill at a time because I was experiencing severe depression. I believe that Jasmine has been experiencing depression for a long time, but the really sad thing is that when people are dealing with depression and experiencing depression, a lot of times folks don't take it serious. They don't take your warning serious. They don't take the reaching out serious. They don't take the fact that you've said, look, I'm having a rough time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. But if I could say anything to My Jazzy Life, to Jasmine, the one thing that I would say to her is this, because this is the only thing that kept me. Continue to keep your mind stayed on your children, okay? Not to say that you aren't, not to say that anybody is any better than you whatsoever, but just continue to keep your mind stayed on your children, because if in fact you keep your mind stayed on your children, it will ensure that you will do everything in your power to be in their lives and to be here for them. Now, she mentioned in the video that she got to thinking about if she were to take her life, what would happen to her kids? Who would have her kids? You know, you go through all kinds of things, you know, and you're kind of like trying to make sense of stuff, but you can't make sense of stuff because your mind is so, it's almost like a yin and a yang, but it's a yin and a yang in a very negative way, because the yang is trying to overpower the yin and the yin is trying to overpower the yang, and the only thing they're doing is knocking. They're knocking heads at one another. Live your life, sweetheart. Know who you are. I know it gets hard. The one thing I can say is this, is that I did have my mother. I did have my sisters, and one sister specifically who was my older sister, who was in my corner. But even having her in my corner, you still have those times when you go home and you get in your bed at night and you just have 550 gazillion things going on in your mind. You're doing very well. You're on the right track. You are or have already reached out to a therapist to try to get some help. And I commend you so much for that. The thing that really bothered me about this entire situation is there is a young lady, and I'll be doing a video on her. I'm not going to say her name, but there is a young lady who is a big YouTuber who ended up passing. I don't know if it was today, over the weekend, or whatever. I'm going to have to do some more searching. But it's really sad, because what happens is when you start to connect with people and stuff on YouTube, you get to know people. And even though Jasmine is the least of the mommies that I watch, even though she is the least, I watch her the least, nobody wants to wake up and hear that she took her life, you know, or that her children are now orphans. Because when is Philip getting out? And even if he does get out, is he going to take care of the children? She did indicate that she reached out to Strong Mommy Chrissy, And that Strong Mommy Chrissy has been a lot of help, and I commend Chrissy for that. You have to see, this is the thing between me and Jasmine, the difference between me and Jasmine. When I was in my funk, because that's what I call them, I call mine's funks, and I still go through them. I still go through bouts of depression. I still go through, I'm not on medication, but I still go through bouts of depression. And some, specifically, you know, with what's going on in the world today, you can. Depression is real. Depression hurts, but depression can be cured. It can be cured. You can get on the road to recovery. You can live, breathe, and walk in happiness. As I said, yes, sometimes I do. There are sometimes I could wake up, I could have had good sleep, but I get that feeling of just like, you know, doom, gloom, and sorrow all over me. And like I said, if we're honest, most of us can say that we do get that sometimes. Part of her depression may have something to do with the fact that we do reaction videos on her, and she could be thinking, I'm never going to be able to do anything right. Just be mindful of your decisions. Just be mindful of your decisions. Take one day at a time. Love on your babies. Try not to let the negativity eat you up. And I know that sounds so crazy coming from me, because like I said, I have done reaction videos before. But when I see a person in a place where they're considering taking their life, that's when you have to, as a person, a human being with a heart, a human being that has compassion for people, a human being that has compassion for women, because you walked that road before, that's when I have to pull back and say, wait a minute, maybe I need to do a video where there are some encouraging words. If there is anybody out there, and you're going through any bout of depression, any bout of anxiety, those are serious matters. And those matters need to be dealt with. Depression is not something that you could just stuff down and say, I'll deal with it tomorrow. Because guess what? Tomorrow may never come. If your depression gets so bad that you feel like that you can't go on, tomorrow may never come. The one thing that kept me from just saying I give up and I can't do this anymore was the fact that I had 3 children who were relying on me to do everything. And Jazzy said the same thing. She said the same exact thing. I commend her. I commend her for sharing her life with us. I commend her, even though we don't always agree with the way that she does things. She also indicated that she reached out to her mother, and her mother, I don't think her mother took light of it. That's not what I want to say. I don't think she took light of it, but I think that her mother didn't think that it was to the degree that it actually was. But if anybody comes to you and they say that they're dealing with depression, or they're dealing with thoughts of not wanting to be in the world, it's serious. It's something that needs to be dealt with, and it needs to be dealt with immediately. Speaking of no longer being here should not be in anybody's vocabulary, not yours, not mine's, not Jazzy's. Nobody should ever feel like life is so horrible that I shouldn't be here. Now, I live in California. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, and I can keep on going until tomorrow. People have actually jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, okay? Thousands of people have actually jumped off that bridge because they had had enough. People do all kinds of things, and I'm not going to talk about the ways that people take your life because I think that's kind of gory. But just, my Jazzy, hold your head up, honey. You're losing weight. You look like you're feeling good. You look like you're trying to go on the road of trying to fix some things up with your kids. And see, she also indicated that she doesn't get a lot of time to herself. Her mother lives an hour away, and she really doesn't have any help. As I've said in several videos before, unfortunately, men don't abide by the same rules as us. They don't feel like, since they had the babies, that they should always be there. A lot of times with men, when situations go bad, they go looking for the next one, the next woman, you know. So just realize more than anything that you are valued. You are a human being who has feelings. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this again because I said this on my live last night. Jazzy, anybody that I do reaction videos on, and specifically right now, My Jazzy Life, if in fact my videos are causing you any type of pain, I would ask that you go on my channel and that you either leave a comment in my video section on one of your videos indicating that you would appreciate it very much if I would stop doing videos on you. If you could do that, and it is bothering you that much, if I have a part and you not wanting to be here, I don't want to have that part. If I would have woke up this morning with you not even being kin to me and found out that you had taken your life, I would have felt this big. This big. And the reason I would have felt that big is because I did do reaction videos on you. And I never knew that you dealt with a bout of depression. Now, I do remember one video that you did and you were very overwhelmed. So I should have picked up on it then. But we live, we learn, and we try to move on and just grow. Know that your life is valued. Know that God loves you. Know that people love you. I love you, and I don't even know you. You're a human being who deserves to be treated as a human being, who deserves to be treated with the utmost of respect and admiration. And if that admiration is, in fact, you wanting me to stop doing reaction videos of you, I most definitely will do that. You have 4 babies, 4 beautiful children, and your children deserve to have you in their life. With that being said, if you are someone, or you know of someone who is dealing or battling with depression and or anxiety, I would strongly suggest that you help them to seek help. Losing a life due to depression and sadness is not worth it. And I don't want you to have to go through it. I don't want your family members to have to go through it. I don't want to go through it. I think the most important thing now is just loving one another, realizing that we can agree to disagree, and letting people know what it is that you actually want from them. I guess I thought that reaction videos, I guess when you have so many reaction videos being done on you, I guess that would be kind of overwhelming with raising children and trying to make ends meet financially, because I know sometimes she does have some issues financially. She also indicated that she has a new boo, you know, and he has been helping her, and that's good. Please don't have him around your children, though. Don't do that. Please don't have him around your children. But be happy and be well, okay? Be happy and be well, Jasmine. Anybody out there, be happy and be well. What I need for you guys to do is I need for you to flood Jasmine with a lot of love. I don't even know if Jasmine's page has her email. I don't know what it has. I'm going to find her on Instagram and send her some encouraging words, because she needs that. She needs that right now. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you're reminded of all the videos that I upload. I love each and every one of you to the moon and back. And I want you well. I want you happy and feeling good about your life. Not wanting to live your life. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.